Hey, welcome back to Gamers Universe. I'm Troy Dilo, and with me as always is Joe Marcello. And yeah, welcome back.
What
sitting
are you
here.
What are you doing? You're supposed to have more emphasis. You always do. What is this?
Man,
You
I'm keeping it
you
mellowed
think
back
this
right
is
now.
a joke?
Whatever.
Anyway,
Today's games, since December was really a month of nothing really exciting coming out, not really much of anybody rushing to the game stores trying to get something. Me and Joe here, we took it upon ourselves to pick. Would you say the game that you picked is one of your favorites?
I don't know. I haven't played it enough, and it did come out for PC this month, and much earlier this month. But I figured why not?
I picked the game.
It's been a top series, Dragon Age. Why not?
Yep. So we both picked games that we both enjoyed to play, and we wanted to share it with you, the viewers, today. The game that I picked is called Rune Factory: Tides of Destiny, and he picked Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yep.
I hope I'm pronouncing that right, because I know for a fact
You're not.
my alliteration is going to get that wrong one day.
You never will.
Anyway, you know how it works here. We break the game down into categories of graphics, story, gameplay, replayability, and then a final score. And then what the final score is we take all the previous categories and put them together into one final score for our category. And if it's all right with you, we're going to start with Rune Factory.
It's not okay, but it is.
You don't have a choice in the matter. So we're going to start with Rune Factory. Category 1, graphics. Now, I played it for two different systems. Originally, I had it for the Wii because when I first played it, I had a friend who had it on the Wii. So when I picked it up for the Wii because those were the controls I was used to. Then I lost it, and then I realized it was for PlayStation 3, so I got it for PlayStation 3, and I'm still playing it now. So I can't really say that the Wii graphics are any different from the PlayStation 3 graphics. The graphics look pretty much the same, but the whole game sort of plays sort of a kind of an anime style. You'd say that, right? Like you've seen
Yeah, it's an anime graphics.
It's like anime style graphics, and it looks pretty good for like the graphics. Like the characters like move around, they interact with each other. Their mouths don't really move a lot, but the voice acting is pretty good, I would say. But you can tell when the character is like making an emotion, like you can tell they're like annoyed or like happy. And it's simple. It's simple graphics that work. Good-looking graphics. So I gave it the score of an 8 because it works.
See, now for me, when it comes down to graphics, I put a 7. Main reason is because it's anime graphics or manga, whatever you want to consider. I'm not too sure the difference. But basically, I'm not a big fan of that. Even something as small as the graphics it's really a big hit for me in a game. So my opinion is it's anime style graphics. It's pretty good for a cartoonish graphic setting, but not 100%. So like I said, I gave it a 7. Let's go back to you about the story.
Yes, the story. And that's where I truly believe this game really shines. It's a magnificent story that I haven't really gotten into, but I've researched the heck out of this game because this is literally my favorite game ever to play.
Oh, sure it is.
Oh my God. So the story is based around two main characters, one male, one female. And you can switch their names, but their default names are Aiden and Sonia. And they start off like in this island because the whole world is completely ocean. It's like the world is completely 100% ocean where everyone lives on islands and stuff. And they live on this one island, Fenith Island. And what happens is, by some kind of magic, it looks like they traveled further into time because their clothes look more like old and raggedy compared to like who they meet in this future Fenith Island. And for is something funny or something? I feel like, never mind. And what happens is, through like some magical portal thing, whatever, Aiden and Sonia somehow fused bodies for some reason.
Yeah, it's a little awkward throughout the game. That's where it gets put into an E-rated game.
In my defense, Sonia's the one that makes it awkward.
Oh yeah,
but
you can't do anything like a guy without her. Hey, you can't do that. That's where I will agree with you on that.
And like the whole story is like, as you like meet new people, make new friends, you try to figure out what's going on and try to get Sonia her body back. That's kind of the main point of the story, but it gets deeper into that, but I don't want to spoil it for you if you
does that happen?
Plan on looking into it.
Does that happen, Troy? Is it really going to happen like that? Do you find her own body and then you get to not have to do awkward stuff?
Well, actually, what happens is there's this masked man, and then it turns out that he has some...
Okay, I don't want to know.
I didn't think so. I gave the story a solid just 10 out of 10. Like, if you really want to get into it, it's a really great, amazing story that you can just do a lot out of. It's really good. I love the story.
All right. I gave the story a 9. Just because it's a very strange RPG-like story. I've never seen any game really like it. Maybe there has been, maybe there hasn't. It's a little weird in my opinion.
There's a whole series of Rune Factories out there.
Yeah, you were telling me. Are they the same?
Oh no, it's a different story every time.
Okay, well,
that's what makes it so great.
Obviously, but yeah, it's a little weird sometimes, just because there's a girl trapped in your body, so then it's a little weird to do anything. You know what I mean? You talk to a girl in that game, it's like you have an angry version of her inside of you, and it's like, all right, chill out, man. Just I don't want to fight.
I'm trying to eat my food here. Don't make this awkward.
Oh, don't even start with eating food. Anyway, 9. 9, 9, 9, 9. Now it's you for gameplay.
And here we are with the gameplay. So the gameplay it's a little complex at first, but after like a few days, you start getting the hang of it. And it's complex because it's a complex leveling system. There's like a million different things you can level up on, even walking.
Yeah, that's not complex, man. Running around and leveling up.
Like you can level up.
What kind of complexity is that, man?
There's fighting. There's fighting, and like you can. Let me explain this. Thank you.
Cool story, bro.
And like what happens is there's a bunch of like different weapons, and what you can do is. You can like take like one weapon and then like level that up, and you can have a bunch of different weapons. I chose one weapon because like I don't have the patience to level up like 5 different weapons. And what you can do is there's so much to level up. There's like cooking, forging, like fighting insects, fighting plants, fighting animals. There's so much to level up that it's just like, and then you personally, you gotta level up. And it hurts my head.
It hurts his head. He's weak. Weak. Weak.
And
Weak.
can I finish, please? And
Maybe.
then I still love it though, because, if you can put up with it, you can just, so much to do. And it's great. I gave it a 10. Gameplay is a solid 10.
All right. I gave it a 9.
Gave
Gave it a 9.
Look out.
Controls are extremely awkward if you're not used to it. My problem is the camera. The most annoying thing about it, you cannot move the camera.
I will admit you can't
have to
move
hit
the
a
camera.
button and then it'll just move behind him. It's like,
I will admit
dude,
you can't move
come
the
on.
camera.
It's, in my opinion,
All right.
with the whole cooking and smelting or whatever you want to call it, it reminds me a lot of RuneScape. RuneScape is obviously much different, and I don't know, my opinion, it's changed far too much. And I played it a while ago. This wasn't anything recent, but it's very similar to RuneScape. That's just me. That's what I see. Except it's anime, and none of the weapons are like in RuneScape, and there are a lot of annoying things that you have to use for farming, like those weird sheep-ish things. That
Farming
are like,
is pretty farming.
It's just they will not shut up.
Well, that's because they're helping your crops grow.
I don't care. I want to just throw them out into the lake and just.
Well, then just don't put them on your island then. Whatever. Replayability. I gave it a solid 10 because there's a lot you can do here. And even once you complete the game, there's still so much you can do. You can, get married and have a child.
Jeez, that's
interesting.
amazing. It's an RPG. I didn't know that you could do that. Most RPGs don't have that.
I would honestly compare this to, RPG style of, actual life. If this was, an actual life
RPGs
simulator.
always have things like that.
Real life simulator with fighting monsters and that stuff.
No, that's not.
That's what I would do it. What did you give it? All right,
Anyway,
moving on.
I gave it a 9. A lot of 9s here.
Yeah, you gave it a lot.
Gave it a 9. What is it? Replayability?
Yeah.
I haven't replayed it. I don't know how much stuff there is. So 9. I've seen you play it a billion times. It looks pretty cool.
It's a big story.
But
You've seen my turnip head.
what?
My turnip head.
That weird thing. Oh,
It gives you a lot of defense boost. Shut up.
Don't even get started on the weird.
It gives you a great defense boost. Okay.
Gives you a great
Shut
defense
up.
boost, and it looks weird.
Nobody cares.
You're wearing that on your head.
It gives you defense. I'm not even gonna say it again. Whatever. Final score. Now, even though most of my scores for this game have been solid 10s, the 8 that I gave it on the graphics just puts it at a 9. It's a solid 9. It's a really good, great anime RPG life simulator. It's many in a series that I would very much love to play and enjoy.
What's funny is I'm looking at the list right now, and he put an 8 for graphics and then all 10s, and then I have a 7 and all 9s. How do you like them? Apples. Anyway, I got a total of 8. Graphics really dropped it, just like what happened with his. So that was my main problem. Like I said, graphics, something as small as that really impacts my view on a game. Even coming down to fighting sounds or the look of the guy or how it feels. Things like that with me they have to be set. They have to be cool. Because
fighting's so annoying.
Don't interrupt. All right? Don't interrupt.
Hurry up.
Oh, hurry. All right, anyway. So 8, there you have it. He's a loser. And, that's how it goes. Now we're going on to Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yeah, Dragon Age Inquisition. I knew it. I knew I was going to mess it up. One time, I knew it. Whatever. Graphics. It's not for next gen, right?
Yeah, it is.
It is?
What are you talking about? What do you do? I told you this about 30 times.
I only saw it on PlayStation 3.
PlayStation? What are you talking about?
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Shut up. Shut up over there.
How many people know about Rune Factory? Huh? How many people know about Dragon Age?
No one cares.
Get on my level.
Whatever. The graphics were alright, okay? Like, even, like, shut up. Even if they were on PlayStation 4, whatever gameplay I saw of it, it looked the exact same. Every gameplay video I saw looked the exact same for the graphics.
Wow. I'll be damned.
I gave it an
didn't
8.
know that.
I
well,
gave
you
it an
know,
8.
have you checked it out on PC? Because it's much different.
I
and
don't
you
play
have a horrible
that
TV
stupid
anyway.
stuff.
You don't have a good TV anyway, so you can't tell what it really looks like, and you're looking it up on YouTube.
I have an
HD
HD TV for my PlayStation
Nothing
4.
looks exact. Nothing at all.
It doesn't matter. What did you give it? Let's just move on. Let's just move on.
I gave it a 10. My comments on it were amazing effects. Let's see. What is it? Stunning effects and what is it? Magnificent terrain.
You even read your own handwriting, sir.
Don't go there. All right, don't go there. Anyway, stunning effects, magnificent terrain. Looks beautiful on PC. I don't care if you've seen it on PS3, PS4. Just shut up. Just shut up and go in the corner if you don't want to hear this. But overall, I gave it a 10 because I'm that cool, because you don't know what a good game is if it hits you in the face.
You wish you knew what cool was.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Storyline. Now, for the story, I could care less what the story is, but for some reason, the story has something to do with you, like, just drop from the freaking sky or something. You just drop from the sky.
What are you talking about?
That's what you told me.
No, it is not what I told. You are ridiculous. You never
something
listen
about-
to something that's good.
Something
You
about
always
rifts,
listen-
and you're like the only one who can close the rifts.
Really? Okay. Yeah, exactly. You're up on a mountain, and the Templars, and then the
Assassin's Creed reference.
No, the Templars and the Nomads. I think they're called Nomads. Were meeting together to band together to do something. I forget what it was. Big explosion went off, and there's another side to the world. It's almost like a demon side. What happens is something blows
Religion
up.
reference.
Something blows up and kills everybody except you. Apparently, somebody had walked up to
Game
you
over.
and touched your hand, and you got some weird power. And I kind of skipped through a little bit, but you get captured.
Oh, he skipped through.
You get captured by the normal, regular people. They think that you're the one that killed everybody up on there, blah, 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 blah. You have to go up and close the rift, which is this weird green light coming down from the sky, and it's like a rock in the middle, like a weird shifting rock. Very strange. And you have to close it, and that's the first part where you get up to the big rift. Big rift that you have to close. You fight this big, huge demon boss. And you know what?
Don't spoil the whole thing.
These bosses, no, this is just the beginning. These bosses.
You gonna talk about the whole story here?
These bosses are so much better than your Rune Factory.
Play Dragon's Dogma final bosses. We'll see. We'll see.
It took me maybe 10, 15 minutes. Its health dropped maybe a centimeter every time I hit it.
Play Dragon's Dogma bosses. We'll see who's talking.
Don't
right?
even start with the whole Dragon Dogma. We're talking about Dragon Age Inquisition.
Don't get me started.
Not Dragon Age.
I gave the
Dogma,
storyline a
whatever it's
9.
called.
I gave it a 9.
I think you already said that.
I didn't.
Sorry, folks. Don't stare at me with that tone of voice.
I'm waiting for you. What did you give it, sir?
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, gave it a 9 because it's an intense story. It's
Do you
intense.
need that?
Yes, I do, because you know what?
Do you really need?
I wrote some hardcore words down on there. I wrote hardcore words, things that came from the heart. You know, sometimes you can't.
paper to
Sometimes
argue
you
with
can't.
me.
Sometimes you can't remember that stuff off the top of your head. So don't even start with this, all right? Don't look at me like that because I wrote down words from the heart.
He needs a paper to argue with me. Anyway, let's go to gameplay.
Anyway,
We're going to gameplay.
intense story, awesome, much better than Rune Factory, Mr.
We're going to
anime,
gameplay.
manga.
So anyway, this is the gameplay here is also sort of RPG style, where there's a lot of, I would say,
It is an RPG.
upgradable things for your for your character, for your weapons. Can you dual wield?
Yes, I think if you have the right class.
You can dual wield.
I'm not too sure. I haven't experimented yet, but I think if you
He's not too sure.
play as certain classes, well, I think if you play as any class, you can use melee weapons, ranged weapons, magic weapons. I'm not 100% on that, but I'd have to check it out.
It really doesn't matter to me. It's not like anything I haven't seen before in other kind of RPG styles. Rune Factory is different because, you pick like one weapon and you just got to level that
And just so you know,
weapon up. It's all you need.
The Templar Order is
Assassin's
actually
Creed
a
reference.
real thing. It's not just Assassin's Creed. Okay?
Hey, look, it doesn't matter. I
Okay.
gave gameplay
Assassin's
a
Creed.
9 because it's not like anything I haven't seen before, but it works.
9 on gameplay. Haven't played it fully through, just like the storyline. So it's a normal RPG. That's the only way to explain something like that. It's your average RPG. You go around, you level up, you kill things. The dragon fights are pretty cool from what we saw yesterday. There's a new tactical view that they apparently had in Origins. I guess it's not as complex. A lot of people are complaining about the controls on PC if you're using keyboard and mouse.
There's dragons in Rune Factory.
I'm not having too much of a problem. Shut up, all right? Just be quiet over there. Anyway, he's mouthing off in his corner over there. I'll make him turn around and face the wall if you guys want. I mean, it's okay. I'll get up and turn his chair.
Replayability. So the replayability here, there's a lot because the upgrade system in this game, from what I've seen, is majorly complex, which is not something I'm normally good at working with, which is why I like Rune Factory. The upgrade systems, there's no upgrade system.
Too
Just gotta
easy.
level it up, and it's too easy, but it works. And there's many different classes with many different skill trees, many different customizable things. You can keep coming back to it for different things. I gave it a 10, not gonna lie. There's a lot to work with for the replayability here.
Like I said before, RPG 10. Lots of side quests. Actually, they did really well with certain areas. It's a big map. There are snowy mountain-ish areas. They did very good with the graphics. There are desert areas, really wide open too. And it looks amazing if you look it up. There are forest areas. Look beautiful. They're big. They're massive areas. And it's an amazing thing because you can just explore. You can find random caves to get stuff. It's all it's like Skyrim. Skyrim has so many things to do.
Skyrim had better graphics. Skyrim had better graphics.
Yeah, if you use an ENB, which is a graphics mod on PC, sure. Anyway,
Let's go back to PC.
it's
I shut him up. Final scores. So my final score here, I gave it a 9 because it's a solid game with a lot of normal RPG things, but that's what you do in an RPG. You customize a character, you give him a class, you give him the weapons, you upgrade those weapons, you upgrade your character, you upgrade your skill tree, you go defeat the final boss, kick it in the booty, save the day, get the girl, you win.
win. Win. It's not what you're doing.
Is there something about that word?
Yes,
that
it's
just
something that
doesn't
you're not
amuse you?
doing. Something that you're not doing. You're not winning.
You never win.
Because you're playing Rune Factory, trying to be an anime cool guy, cartoonish.
How much money do you have in your game? All right,
know what?
I've tripled.
You know what? This game
Guaranteed.
isn't, yeah, because you can make money easily. You found an exploit. I haven't found anything yet. So don't even start with that. You have more money.
Stay tuned for secret methods on how to grind money in Refactor.
You know, I never understood that grind. Anyway, so my final score is a 9 because I'm awesome and because he put a 9, he's a loser. Anyway, I put a 9. Overall, great game. Overall intense, overall violent, overall awesome, overall not rated E. You know, I mean, rated E games are childish almost.
This just in, he wishes he was cooler than me. Anyway, those are our games. That about wraps it up here for us. Anything you would like to say?
Oh, yes, there is. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you do on the weekends. Happy holidays in general. There you go.
It's that time of year, all right?
Parents, buy games for your kids.
And here are
That's all they want.
Here are some areas where you can purchase those games, and if you would not
speak up, we want to hear this.
Just shut up.
Get the corn out of your ear, kids. Let's hear this.
Anyway, we have 5 locations of GameStops in this region, I guess. There's one right over here on 110, which we are closest to. There's one at the Loop. There are 2 up at the mall at Rockingham. And then there's one at Rockingham Mall over by Bob's Clothing Store, Radio Shack, you know, that whole shebang. Anyway, these places are great. Mom, kids, dads, parents, grandparents,
guardians, uncles, aunts.
Whoever wants to have their kid happy on Christmas, go to these places and buy things. Lots of things.
Buy things. Get your kids games. That's all they want.
Every game that we've gone over, every game that we've talked about, which is what we've gone over, they're all there. You can go and buy them. All of them are out right now. None of them are still in trailer-ish area. I don't know what that would be considered, testing. Anyway, yeah, so basically go there, buy video games, have fun. It's that time of the year.
It's that time of the year.
I can't express that enough. It's fun when you're a kid. It's still fun when you're 18,
it's still fun now.
But
it's still fun now.
It's not as fun.
When you can get the game yourself.
Exactly. Having a job makes that a lot easier.
That's great.
No toys. See, that's the problem. When you were a kid, you got toys. So.
But as we close on the year of 2014 and we come into the year of 2015 games, I'm really looking forward to it. So until then, we'll see you next time.